Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. I bid you a warm welcome to the bar today, as today promises to be a very interesting one. We're going to be talking about President Tinubu's trip to Turkey. Say they are not longer Turkey. Are you just saying it for the first time? So, President's trip, his things that he has signed, his stumble, there's always drama that we talk about. Updates coming from the FCT and their strikes, the minister and the workers back and forth. There are quite a number of interesting things we're going to be talking about in sports. Sports is probably going to take a lot of gist today because there's a lot of sports gist that we're going to be talking about as well. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us. My name is Oladolupo, and with me in the studio is Shola Rogers and Fola.
Hello everyone. Is my mic is sounding awful. We're having problems this
say
morning
what
already.
You want to say.
We're having
before
problems this
I
afternoon
can
already.
decide to turn it off.
It is a wonderful Wednesday. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday.
Good
Before they
luck
turn
to
my
you.
mic off.
It was a whimsical Wednesday the other day. Now it's
Yeah.
a wonderful Wednesday.
Yeah, it is.
And the
luck
other
to you.
Wednesday when you were, I thought it was actually a wet Wednesday.
Oh,
If you-
yeah.
yeah.
I
A
remember that
few
Wednesday.
days
Good
ago.
luck to you.
So a wonderful whimsical wet Wednesday to everybody out there. Welcome to the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Rogers.
My name is Shola. Anyway, what is it? You have a problem.
Okay, don't worry. Sorry.
You have a problem.
No. Since you are the closest to
you
the
very
mic, the mic.
I would.
Pardon.
We need to
I would-
redesign this
We're not
studio.
resigning
fine.
nothing.
It has to be here.
Microphone control should be there.
So that anybody that wants to turn off anybody's mic.
We're not
Just do
resigning
it.
nothing.
At the world we see
As
your
long
hands.
as it is Boom Bar and I
Oh, this is
produce
unfair.
the
It's
Boom
not
Bar,
fair. Okay.
anybody else,
The
it's
world,
nobody's
the
business.
world will see your hands.
Okay.
Hallelujah. Anybody can go and jump in the ocean. I'm like, yeah. Again, I said what I said. Moving on.
Evil.
I am. So we're going to be talking about quite a number of things. First things first. The president's gist is on the front burner, so maybe we should just start from that actually. Even though I actually want to talk a lot of sports, but let's start that one, then go to sports and then come back again. But President Tinubu, apparently there's a video that a lot of people have been going on about that the president fell.
Yeah. Was he a full fall?
I
Because
think
I
it
just
was.
I saw him trip.
I think it was.
Ah.
I think it was a full fall.
What's with presidents
How-
are always falling down, especially when they go abroad?
I think that, and I don't think it's a Nigerian thing. I think that sometimes the whole crowd and everything, sometimes it can be. But
There's a tab there for you. The third one from the right.
don't worry, I'm good. I'll figure it out. Anyway, so like I was saying, it's so maybe it's just the fact that there's a lot of things going on at the same time and all that. So
But it wasn't as bad as people kept saying.
it wasn't as bad because there's actually a whole, how do I say, there was a whole event later in the evening that the president was at the party and everything, so all that. So it's kind of how do I say it? It was just, but that the way Nigerians are, it's
Always
a way
exploding.
that we like the gist. That's the gist. The gist that would that affects us, like affects
The
our
least.
economy and all that. No, we don't dwell
Don't
on
talk
that.
about the one
It's
that
not even
affects
talk
us the
about. We
least.
don't even look. We
Yeah.
don't even look at it to even see how it affects us. Whether what the president is signing is even signing
Our death warrant or
death
something.
warrant, or he's
But no,
signing
as
up
long
our
as
citizenship
he fell
to
down, that's the main
Jigawa. That's it.
That's the main topic.
We don't know if he's signing off our citizenship to Turkey. We don't know.
Turkey. Sorry.
Turkey.
Please, can we go back to that? When did that start?
It started a while ago.
It's about 2 years ago when
Yeah.
they did a rebrand and said that
I
because
know about this rebound
You
because
did
it's
not
still
hear.
talking my call.
It's Turkey.
yeah, because you've not been watching the Boom Bar, so that's why.
Turkey.
Yeah.
That's why. So they did a rebrand and they said they're now Turkey and all of that. It still takes a lot of getting used to because for those of us that like turkey fried, roast.
Yeah, roasted,
you
any
know.
type. It's normal.
We find it hard to now say
turkey.
that you go and say, "Can I get a turkey?" And the person
No,
says,
it's not the same thing.
I mean,
"No, you don't understand." Yeah, you
No,
understand.
it's not come see, come sir.
It's
Don't
come
be
see,
using.
come sir.
Like,
It's come see, come sir.
Okay, go to a market and say you want to buy turkey. You will be there.
They won't get the vibe.
That's what we're
because they
saying.
don't want
So
to
that's
go
why
back.
we're calling on the people of Turkey to please revert back to Turkey.
You know, one of the reasons
So that
why
turkey
they
can be
changed it
available.
literally
It's for what?
is because turkey is an animal.
This is our fault. We're not the one that named him Turkey in the first place.
Just go back to what we all knew.
Let's go
please.
back, guys.
Please. What's going on now?
See what I'm saying?
What are
The
you
one that is affecting us.
Ah.
No, we will
But
not talk about it.
Okay.
Anyways,
It's the
dear,
one
dear,
that is irrelevant.
dear Turkey, please go back to your original name.
Mm-hmm.
And I had wanted to quickly run through some of the things that has happened. There's a question that you had asked, and there's something that Dukba talked about. There've actually been a coalition of list of world leaders that have had their physical slip-ups like that. Joe Biden,
Obama,
Donald Trump,
Donald Trump.
even Obama, the very fit-looking Obama
Yeah.
has had his own here and there. There are others, you know. That's why I actually was begging Dolupo to open that tab, and you know, and that would have just added a little bit of context to what we're talking about. Because if you're going through these things with an open mind, you would realize that we're all human after all, and anything can happen. But what I see in this case of Bola Tinubu is that he has a large number of haters, and even when nothing bad has happened to him, they're already creating AI videos and saying
I
it.
agree.
Oh yeah,
I've
a whole
also
lot.
No,
Oh.
you know why? You know, and I think that it kind of also reminds me of Obama. Why I would say that is that remember that him being a black US president did not sit well with a lot of people. I remember how, and this, I even watched that documentary again a few weeks ago. There was literally a whole documentary, and how they were talking about how he wore a different color of
tie.
Yeah, and it was like there was a whole
There was a
media
meltdown.
frenzy
There was a
the
media
whole-
meltdown.
in the
What-
whole
what
country.
color
Like,
of tie
you
is
know,
supposed
they
to
normally wear red or blue. It's
It was wearing maybe like a brown
Then-
color or
then
something.
the suit, the day that he wore,
wore
a
a tan suit.
which normally they wear dark colors like dark blue, you know, gray or black, and then he wore a tan suit, and like the whole country
Another meltdown.
Like Jonathan. So that's the
Yeah.
kind of way I see it with. Like, there's a lot of people that, so they are going to nitpick into the very irrelevant things. That's the way I see some of these things.
So, but again, you know, because we look at things from different perspectives and all of that, it's actually not just the fact that people are old that makes them fall. Because young people fall, young people collapse. Everything happens to everybody, you understand? I think that no matter what we do, there should be somewhere where you draw the line. Like, okay, you wish death upon someone just because your candidate lost an election and he won.
My own is that shouldn't you have moved on?
You say
like,
a lot
how
of
do you?
you say a lot of things, and at the end of the day, you miss the whole point of it all. And as much as okay, I follow this American politics a lot. I've been doing that for a while, and it's even more interesting now that Donald Trump is president. And what you see is that even the opposition, they draw the line in condemning their country. They know that things are bad. They don't like the government of the day, but they don't talk down their country.
Nigerians have left the group chats. If it's
I think I checked out other countries, even Ghanaians and South Africans, and they complain. Yes, they complain about government, but it's hard for Nigerians to know where to say, okay, look, regardless, this guy is the president.
If someone else that is not Nigerian says something bad about Nigeria, that's where you will see Nigerians. This is their way. It's actually their way. It's ridiculous. Like I said, Nigerians have left the group chat.
So
patriotism is not.
So I feel for him. I understand that he's also going through it. I saw comments. The first person that posted that video, I saw it very early, and I was like, could this be AI? Oh my God, it's real. Oh man. In fact, what the guy wrote, the headline that the guy wrote is one something TV on Facebook. He said collapse. And people were now schooling him. Of course, back in the day when people correct your mistakes, you delete the video or edit the headline. They leave it like that now. You know why? Because they actually get more eyeballs that way. And that means they're going to make money from it because they have verified pages on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and Threads, and all of that. And I'm like, wow. But again, this is also a word to the people who support blindly. There's a very popular guy on Instagram and TikTok that actually said it wasn't a real video. What's his name now? It says he's the friend of the president's son.
Lega Miami.
Yeah. People like him need to learn.
Oh my God.
That blind
that
supportership is not the way to go.
Exactly.
You don't quickly jump at something. You were not in Turkey. You have not called someone in Turkey to say, look, what happened though? There's a video out there and you're just supporting it. Say this fake video is this, is that, and that. Then at the end of the day, the presidency comes out to say, yes, it did slip and fall, but everything is okay.
But why would you even say it's a fake video? Like, is that something to be ashamed of?
To be honest.
To them, they are defending their benefactor.
Should I be honest? If you are on Instagram a lot, or if you actually see Lega Miami's posts, anybody that takes Lega Miami seriously needs their brain checked. Like, just the guy goes on and him saying that he is Sheikh Tinubu's best friend. That he knows that Sheikh Tinubu is he's not Sheikh Tinubu's best friend, but Sheikh Tinubu is his own best friend.
Okay, it means you're not friends in the first place. I'm sorry for you.
Oh Lord, do you understand those kind of things? So, but honestly and truly, I honestly still think that we major on the minor and minor on the major. Yeah. Nigeria and Turkey have announced. Funny enough, before even Nigeria had carried it, I'd seen posts from Turkish media talking about how they had signed 9 different
8 deals.
9 actually.
According to the presidency, maybe they added another one.
So there's 8 documents and then there's a joint declaration. So it's practically 9 that they had signed together. They're basically a lot of trade deals, and I think that we should. Those are the things that, if possible, if one has time to really look into it and see what exactly is happening there and all that. So I think that it's safe to say that President Tinubu did not have a bad outing in Turkey. It was Turkey. It was not a bad outing at all. Now, moving on from that, there's a headline that I saw that I were like, oh, this is something that it's almost like as if some people listen to Boomba, because this is something, actually Ezra has said it a couple of times, which is very interesting, where the federal government is now deploying military retirees to secure ungoverned spaces. And I like, this is a conversation I've heard SR go on and on and on about it like before, so it's very interesting. Like there's the Minister of Defense, the former Chief of Army Staff, has inaugurated an 18-member task with reclaiming ungoverned spaces for economic viability, and basically what that committee is filled with retired military officials.
Honestly, this is a fantastic development. It's something that I like a lot. I like to always digress to prove a point. During COVID, things got so hard that retired medical practitioners were recalled in different parts of the world, right? Yeah. In fact, at some point, medical students were also co-opted because it was an all hands on deck situation. Why? Because there was a pandemic. Now, if we realize that we have a security problem that is actually at pandemic levels, those are the things you do. It's an emergency. So what you do is all hands on deck. The fact that someone is retired does not mean the person is tired. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Oh, you spent the mandatory 30-something
and they
years
still
or
had
40 years, but they still have experience.
Yeah.
They have strength. I saw a picture of an old soldier. You know, when they say someone is an old soldier, it's with respect. The man is about 100 years old.
Yeah.
He was
Also,
still, about 2 or 3 years ago.
Remember that there's also the angle where a lot of people are retired not because they've even hit the mandatory level. It's the fact that the juniors now become service chiefs.
And you have to be pulled out.
And then, so because you really cannot
you cannot
salute,
to serve.
you
Yeah.
can't salute
no,
your juniors.
you can't pay compliments
You
to
can't.
to your juniors.
So you're retired.
Yeah,
basically.
the story
They
was
have a-
told of one former military administrator that wanted his dad to pull out, but the man was still saying he was going to spend his mandatory, you know. And of course, he's a senior officer. The dad is a warrant officer or something. They don't really meet. So he basically got transferred to where his father was. This is the gist that some soldiers were telling me. So he gets transferred to where his father was. Early the next morning, the man is doing the quarter guard or whatever they do. And of course, it's his son that he didn't tell him. He didn't tell him, I've been transferred to your place. Okay, what do you do?
They might have to retire.
So that's just one funny story that I liked. It basically pointing out how disciplined the military is and how there are cultures and traditions that they imbibe and they live by it. Even when they are out of the military, the hierarchy remains. The respect is there.
Remains.
Yeah.
So
Do you
look, if you
understand?
look at it from the number of service chiefs, let's say we've had in the past 6-8 years, there are a lot of people that were just retired just because the juniors came back to became service chiefs and all that. So those people are necessarily not old.
And they have the experience. So,
Yeah.
for instance, you joined the military, all of us joined at the same time. We are course 32. Do you understand? The next course that comes after us that join as officers, they are course 33, 34, 35. Now, if a president comes and promotes a course 33 person to
35.
the head of the army that we are all
Yeah.
in, we are gone. Course 32,
Yeah, so when you
course,
really look at
course
it,
31,
there's probably
32.
so many people
They're
that
gone.
got retired that they're not actually that like
So
that
that there's
old.
that
So
angle, and that's resource there. That's a lot of resource. Now, some of them are lucky enough that they have the drive to go into private security practice. Some of them don't know nothing else. You get. So again, this is another thing for the military to consider how they can have life after service.
even if you're bringing new people in, it takes time to train them. So before that transition period, if these people can also fill a gap before that time, I think it just makes
And yes,
sense
we're
in the
talking
world.
about it beyond the coverage or the protection of the ungoverned spaces.
And maybe let him
We're talking
be a
about it
thing.
based on even the lower echelon in the army, because they also have people
Oh yeah,
who are
that
the ones
once they were
that are being pulled out
promoted
and all of that.
and all, yeah, everybody, every level at that point. So it makes all the sense in the world. I just wanted to put that out there because I remember that is something that has been said a lot. Now, moving on from that, so there's quite a number of things that we're going to talk about. But I said I wanted to start with sports, so I would pivot a little bit to sports, and then we're back to a lot of our gist. First things first. I wanted to talk about that AFCON, and especially AFCON finals, the drama that happened there is still haunting a lot of people. Yesterday, I think FIFA had come out to say that they were probably they're not going to sanction Senegal for whatever it is they did, because it's a CAF competition. So whatever sanctions are going to come from CAF, and that because a lot of people were touting the idea that CAF might take away their qualification for FIFA might take away their qualification for the World Cup. So FIFA has come out to say that that is not possible, that they're not going to do that. Also, there's also the conversation that because Morocco is one of the teams that are hosting the 2030 World Cup, that there's a very high possibility, and one of the major things was that this World Cup final was going to be played in Morocco.
Yeah.
So they're actually touting the idea that it doesn't look like it's going to happen in Morocco anymore. because of Moroccan conduct
Yeah.
at CAF. So there's quite a number of things. However, there's now been talks that looks like CAF may actually now ban towels.
I don't think that makes any sense. I don't think that makes sense. It's all about sportsmanship in the first place, and we can clearly see that Morocco lacked that.
Oh yes, they did.
So why are you now
You know the
banning
weird part?
the
They
equipment?
actually got the award for fair play. The team with.
How?
Oh yeah.
But fair play usually is about the pitch.
Yeah, but
They got fewer cards.
off the pitch as well,
Off
it
the
also
pitch,
has to
like,
count.
yeah.
It's
It
actually not.
also has-
Sadly, it's not part of it. Sadly, it's not part of it.
Even on the pitch during the games, they were still
Oh
showing
yeah, it
these
was not
things.
great.
So
To me, Morocco didn't put themselves in a good
this
light
might
for
sound
this
this
AFCON.
might sound racist. I don't know how it's going to be interpreted in this new world that we live in, but I'm sorry. From experience, I am not surprised at any of the antics of Morocco, Algeria, and the rest of them. It comes with the terrain. That's how they play their football.
Yeah,
It's
in
always
North Africa,
been like that. It's always been like that. The aggression that the fans show, you know. Okay, look at Libya. Have we forgotten how Libya?
Oh, Libya is
put-
in North Africa. That's
Oh,
true.
it
That's
is.
true.
Look at what they did to the Nigerian team. Do you understand? And those are the things that we see. Now, other African countries do it. But when it comes to that aggression on the pitch, the way the players, huddle up together, they're shouting at the referee and they're talking down at you and everything, it's a thing for them. It's a thing for them. But they still got fair play. But it's fine. Now, what I can read, because when you read between the lines at times, you understand all this political speak. FIFA is saying, we will not deal with them, but we know that CAF will. That's my interpretation of that thing. Because now they know that it will affect the World Cup if they start talking about removing one country, and it's not really in their statutes. So they cannot conjure up a new rule. You get? But I think it was on Canal Sports or something when they were speaking to the head of the referees committee in CAF.
Oh yeah.
And the things that he's saying is pointing to the fact that they are not going to do anything to Morocco. It's going to be about Senegal. You get? And that's why I said it jokingly a few days ago at the heat of this, that did CAF promise Morocco the world, the Nations Cup, and they didn't deliver it? Because I don't get it. From the funny decisions like, oh, you are delaying who's going to be the referee, you should know that, okay, this is the referee of this match, or you are changing referees, you are doing all those funny things. You bring that Ghanaian guy to mess up the Nigerian game. You did a whole lot of things, a whole lot. Did you get? At the end of the day, CAF would not see their own faults. You get? And the Senegal call out is wrong by football statutes, but maybe it's a wake-up call for them that the day is coming when people will reject the so-called rules.
Yeah.
That, okay, we know these are the rules of the game, but we can't play by these rules anymore because you are subverting, and you are subverting us while you are encouraging the next man. How would you say that? Look, I grew up in an era where goalkeepers used to wear face caps. They used to wear caps.
And goggles.
Why?
Because of the sun. There was a time when they would wear caps.
Used to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will bring the cap and leave it in the post. And when it's time to wear it, because at times some stadiums is when you switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
So
is.
so they do that. We grew up at that time. This is not the first. Towers have been in the game.
It's forever. It doesn't
But
make any sense.
why are your fans? This is it.
And then everybody played everybody else.
You're
Nobody
not-
had issues with
No,
towels
They-
except
There's
Morocco.
There's something
Yeah.
called encroachment. When the fans are confined, they are confined to the
For a
bleachers,
reason.
to the stands. Do you understand? The ball boys are confined to the touch, like they cannot cross into the
Yes.
pitch. Do you get? And only 22 players are allowed on the pitch. Now I see players celebrating and reserves come on the pitch. I don't get it. It was not allowed before in football. Who's looking the other way? Do you get? All of these things. They even went as far as drawing a box for coaches.
Yeah.
Abi, So a coach is not supposed to be outside that box. But now, don't you see
somebody tell Arteta that?
Yeah, you get,
Yeah,
you get,
his yellow card.
yeah, you know. So if you look at all of that, if that is structured and followed, what is the business of a fan crossing into the pitch?
To be picking.
What is the business of a ball boy dragging a reserve goalkeeper who also had no business standing by the goalpost anyway? But you see, they had to get creative. Senegal had to get creative.
I'm sure they sat down with Nigerian game and watched it like, what is happening?
You guys know that. You guys are not looking at one thing. Do you know how traumatic it was for Nwabali?
Yes.
Do you know? Now look back and think about what he went through.
I don't know why even Nigeria. I think is.
And now you are blaming those people.
Nigeria needs to write.
You are blaming the goalkeepers.
To CAF against Morocco.
I think a lot of countries need to write it.
A lot of countries.
They won't. You see, the people managing your sports, they are in cahoots with the people managing the sports in those countries too. They are all friends. They won't do it. They won't put country first. But picture if everybody actually look at the rule book and say, you know what, Morocco breached this.
It's all about fairness.
You breach this and you breach that.
Exactly.
You understand? What's the business of fans? Look at an Hakimi with the level of exposure that you have. The fans were telling you to take someone's towel and you did.
Well, what's the meaning?
And now
that?
Nobody's talking about that. You are blaming. There's a Yoruba saying for it, you know, that you are blaming the owner of a property that he didn't keep his thing well. That's why it was stolen. You are not blaming the thief. But that's actually stealing.
It's interesting though, but we definitely will follow it and see what CAF. I'm sure everybody's holding their breath and saying, I want to see what CAF wants to say about the AFCON final. And keep in mind that it also doesn't put CAF and AFCON in a very good light. It doesn't. Whether you want to say, oh, the pitch was nice, whatever Morocco did was well, I think that it's safe to say that kudos to Ivory Coast.
Can we argue that for a bit? I know we don't have time, but the Argentine team did something similar now.
When?
Just Google Messi Argentine.
Share the last World Cup, Abby.
They did something.
There was a lot of controversy around Argentina.
They were going to walk off the pitch at some point in time.
Yes.
Did we say that they put the World Cup in jail?
Yes.
Let's also not play into this narrative.
I've actually seen that video.
Let's not play into this narrative. Please Google it. I'm sure you would find it.
It's not a Senegal thing. I see because I remember someone posting that video very well. Yes, you're actually correct. That something like that.
Have you Googled it?
It's not the first time.
I'm only seeing Argentina wins World Cup. I'm trying to.
It's not the first. Argentina tries to walk off.
Tries to walk off pitch and all of that.
Someone actually posted it too. Like, it's not a new thing. And FIFA did not
do anything.
clamp down on them.
And nobody said that, oh, they're bringing CONMEBOL to disrepute. They're bringing CAF, FIFA to disrepute. They're bringing but when it comes to Africa, we allow them to say this, that it's happened in Europe.
Because
it's happened in Europe.
I would say that no matter whether it's right or not, we know it's not right. But I don't think people are mad. Something would have caused that. And that's what I'm looking at with CAF. Like, also look at the causative thing. Because people just don't walk off pitches. There is a reason for it. So look at what actually caused it before we...
It was plain and obvious that there was something going on. But
so that's
nobody just wanted to talk about
that's where my own issue is. But anyway, let's move on quickly from that and let's talk about the Super Falcons. We know that WAFCON is happening in a couple of months, but before that, looks like the Super Falcons are going to be playing a tourney with a 4-country tourney just to get ready for the WAFCON, maybe officially chasing their 11th title. They're going to be playing in Ivory Coast, so it's going to be them, Ivory Coast, Ghana, and Senegal. I think that is good. It's a good warm-up for them at the moment. Literally, they are the most decorated African team. It's not even about male or female. It's literally the most with the highest number of trophies.
11 AFCONs.
10.
Okay.
Yeah. So no other team, male or female, anywhere else has won that number of trophies. So I'm guessing they still want to continue their reign. Their reign. So I think it's a good opportunity for them gel and get ready for the WAFCON. Anyway, moving on from that, so another gist is the former FIFA president yesterday had talked about, in fact tweeted, so us calling for the boycott of the World Cup in the United States. So basically what they're saying, what he's saying, and it's just the latest of football celebrities to talk about the fact that people should not buy tickets to watch games that are going to be hosted by the United States. And basically what he and other people are basing it on is Donald Trump and the United States sudden immigration laws and a lot of things, and they're saying that it doesn't look like it's going to be safe for people. There are already countries that have qualified for the World Cup that the US has now recently banned from getting visas. So their fans cannot, which normally it's a thing with World Cup. We saw it happening with AFCON, that it was easier since it's AFCON time. It was easier for people to get visas to Morocco. Now the US had already blocked a couple of countries from even getting visas at all. So what's going to happen to those? So what he is saying is that in not so very nice words,
can we be specific?
No, I'm not going to be specific.
Nope. I'm going to go look at it.
Go and look at it yourself. I don't care. That people should rather get tickets at games that are going to be played in Canada and Mexico rather than in the United States.
It's really something that I don't want to lend my voice to, but I know what they're saying is correct. You know what it takes for these three countries to put all of this together, only for one of them to basically self-sabotage. You're telling people now, there are some countries that you actually banned out right now. They can't come to your country, and they are going to go be at the World Cup. So what are their fans going to do? Even if the players are finally allowed in with the officials, what happens to the fans? And it's football. Without the fans, it's nothing. Do you understand? It don't make no sense. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Now, the same person, the same Donald Trump, is the same person that FIFA gave a peace award. Now with the peace award that he got from FIFA, he's not telling FIFA that it's okay, you gave me the award, but this person and this person cannot come. They cannot come. They're bad. We're gonna let them out. They cannot come. They go to Canada. Let them go to Mexico. Why would you?
Top impression, Mr.
Do you understand? Yeah. You're saying people cannot come to your country.
Creepy, actually.
Creepy.
What do you mean creepy? What do you mean creepy?
You're fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. The World Cup is a big party.
Yeah.
You're talking about an entire month of football. People are partying. They're coming and going. They're spending their hard earnings. But they can't come to your country. And you want to host. And in hosting, you already told them that anybody that qualifies is welcome. But now they can't come to your country. It's not World Cup now. Because the World Cup is everybody.
It's just a selective country.
It's the America's Cup.
America's Cup at this point. So yeah, we'll see what the US is going to be doing with that, if they're going to change their minds. Anyway, moving on from that, let's talk about the Australian Open quickly before we talk about Champions League game. A very interesting personality that is a standout that we're going to be talking about is Novak Djokovic. So Mr. Djokovic is competing for his 25th Grand Slam, but that's not the news. The news is that he's into the semi-finals now. However, two of the opponents he has tried to meet
that have tried to meet him
have either gotten injured or retired.
So he hasn't played any match basically. Is that
no, he has played a few.
He played the early stages.
Okay.
But the knockout stages, he has won both based on village people.
Okay.
From other people.
Village people's doings. And honestly, Novak, please, who be the baba way they do this thing for you?
Funny enough, he's supposed to meet Yannick Sinner now, and that's going to be a very fantastic. That's going to be a very fantastic angle to it.
Sinner, for this next game, change your name to Winner or something more godly. Because make it not be saying one kind Holy Spirit Djokovic they use. I really don't get it. He's indeed the luckiest tennis player this year. I don't know how he's done it.
Pretty
you know, and I'm rooting for him actually. But now against Sinner, it might just be the end of the road.
It might just be.
Does his luck end here?
I'm talking about the Australian Open. Coco Gauff actually got knocked out. However, it's not even about her getting knocked out. Is the conversation now is her reaction
to losing.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't say it's a normal reaction, but it is normal because we've seen other people react that way.
My issue is that because we see other people do it,
doesn't mean it should be done.
I think he's wrong. I think he looks the optics of it looks really wrong.
Well, I don't know, but it's an iconic moment. You will look back and say, on this day in sports, Coco Gauff joined a list of legends who had smashed their
and
rackets.
Then she kept on going on and on and on. Like,
yeah.
You know, first off, she's pretty young. I think she's in her 20s.
Yeah,
right?
early or so.
Yeah, so she's going to be more emotional.
I get it, but don't let us make it a thing. That's where
it's actually a thing.
They've made it a thing.
In fact, there was
especially in tennis.
There's a particular
which I think is wrong.
Oh, it's been going on for decades.
That's what I'm saying, because I don't think we should make it a thing. That's where I'm coming from.
I think people are.
Let Dolugo be our moral compass on this matter.
I've been in competition and I've lost some particular games. And when you've worked so hard for so long, and you now get there, and but like you still feel that pain.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that outburst it doesn't look good. Maybe go inside your house and do that. It doesn't look good on camera.
But also, wait,
it don't look good.
I can't say it.
Anyway, let's move on quickly.
Novak Djokovic, regarding the big three, Novak Djokovic is the player who has smashed the most rackets with 62.
62.
Yes, this was written on the 20th of August 2024. We don't know how many has smashed.
So 62 rackets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that is crazy.
Anyway,
it's a thing.
Again, I say yes.
Alcaraz smashing racket.
Anyway, let's move on quickly from that.
Rackets, guys. I'm sorry.
Don't smash your rackets.
You have the money to replace it.
It's horrible. They probably have sponsors. They don't even pay for those things. Most of them don't pay for those
But
things.
honestly, let's go with the moral high ground, and it's actually a place to be.
It don't look good.
Let's not encourage violence.
Anyway, it's match day 8 of the Champions League league phase, and the interesting part is that this league phase, this particular game or this particular set of games is just mind-blowing. From the table, which seems to be, I'm not sure that even when they started this, was it last season or 2 seasons? It was last season they started.
Yeah, I think it was last.
Yeah, the table at this point, the table was almost what's it called? Was at least the first 8 was almost determined. So it wasn't. But this season zone is mad.
It's like everywhere.
It is just crazy.
Collect.
Please,
anybody can collect.
The person that was trying to please, Emabino, I apologize. Yeah. The person I was trying to remember was Creos.
Oh, Creos,
He has smashed thousands. Not should we were shouting no cover 62. He has admitted to, because I was trying to remember Creos, he has this temper thing and all of that.
So why wait, I want to ask the question, because I feel like
I'm guessing thousands means that when he's even in training, he's just smashing.
What's the anger issues with tennis players in particular? Because every other sportsman has lost.
So
And
when,
we
Do you
are
understand?
really
You don't
so
see
so
that
when rockstars,
aggression.
so it's okay for rockstars to
I
smash their
understand.
guitars, and you say it's iconic. But when a tennis
I
player slashes
understand
it,
the
it's
smashing.
it's violence.
Yeah,
understand
but
the anger, I
people
understand
lose
the
football
passion.
games, they lose
But in
basketball
football,
games. You don't
really
see that.
Who told you?
No, you don't see the reaction on camera.
Arsene
most of
Wenger
the
did
time.
not kick. Please, will you?
No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but how many
Like,
it's
the
a
crash
thing
out
with
is different.
the crash out.
How
with
many things
tennis
do they
players.
have? What do they have?
I
It's
can't-
grass
okay,
and
few-
boots, corner posts.
Press conferences.
Goalpost.
There are press conferences that you can
Uh,
come out and air out your
The
thoughts
fact that
and-
you have gone to a press conference means you are calm. If you dey vex for pitch, now you go press conference.
Mr. Jose Mourinho has been to press conferences
and
he has
he
been
threw-
calm in the first place.
And he threw bottles.
And not,
Did he?
I think
He
that-
didn't.
that's-
He's not angry
that's
enough.
an extreme.
Exactly. The extreme that we're referring to is what I'm telling you. You cannot say, I'm so angry, but I'll go to that press conference to talk. Baba, when you dey vex, you go vex. Just they go your house because
I
you know
also-
say you go spoil things. They say Mourinho had said things without going to press conference that he was banned and fined for. So what are we talking about? See,
Anyway,
you guys are just
okay. We need to
you
move
don't
on
have
from
rackets.
this
That's why
tennis matter.
you don't have
We need to
anything
move
to
on
say.
from
Maybe
this
just
matter. We
the
don't have
feeling of
time.
smashing rackets
We don't have
is-
time for
is
this.
just
Thank you
different.
very much. Have another conversation with rackets matter
Done.
because the idea is even annoying me. Anyway, back to Champions League, and like I said, I think maybe because of also the wild way the table is, everybody's playing at the same time.
Yeah.
So you literally, at the moment right now, from I think third,
I think third,
Yes,
fourth,
from
and fifth
third-
have the same points.
yes, third
Then
and fourth have
from
the same
fifth to,
point.
like,
Fifth have
ninth.
1 point. Sixth to not ninth. Oh,
what
don't,
is it?
don't be saying that. To 13th,
13th are on
Yes.
the same point.
exact same point. 14, 15 are the same points. Like right now, except for at the moment, Kairat, Villarreal, Slavia Praha, and Frankfurt. Those are the only 4 teams that are sure that are not going into the playoffs. So we have 32 teams. No, let's say 30 teams, because we know that Arsenal and Bayern have already qualified.
Yeah.
So we have 30 teams that would only finally know their fate tonight
Football is a
after
beautiful
game is over. I think that is probably going to be one of the. Yes, I know that. Yes, maybe when it gets to Champions League finals, those are things that are iconic. But I think this particular game, this day, is going to be very iconic.
But the downside is, I think some of the matchups are kind of imbalanced in terms of strength.
No, yeah, very, very true.
But
Look,
it's still going to be a good one.
I think for me, the most interesting game that is going to happen today has to be PSG Newcastle. Now, PSG Newcastle. Why do I say that? PSG is 6th, Newcastle is 7th. They are on the same points. If anybody beats anybody, literally kicks the pressing out of the top 8 and gives people like Barcelona, Sporting, Man City, Madrid, Atalanta. So now, even them winning their games is not enough. Hoping that maybe PSG beats Newcastle or Newcastle beats PSG, or if PSG and Newcastle play a draw, they could literally kick both themselves out of the top 8. Yes,
Whoa.
they literally would. Both of them be automatic. It could happen.
Who's at home?
I think it's PSG. PSG is supposed to be at home.
PSG for the win.
It's football.
PSG for the win.
You know why I would not say that? I'm sorry if a lot of people might not say it, but I think that Premier League teams have been fantastic this season when it comes to the Champions League. So, I don't think anybody should write off Newcastle. Yeah, in the Premier League, their form is not perfect. But look at it in the Premier League, whose form is perfect? And they are doing fantastic. Tottenham, for example, is 4th.
In champs?
Yes. Like, yes. Like, you kid. Like, I saw it at, they're 5th. Liverpool is 4th. Yes. Like, it's wild. Newcastle is 7th. Chelsea is 8th.
But I still think PSG are going to win. Because first off, Champions League, what's it called? They won the Champions League last season. Number one. Number two, they're just better. They have a better squad. Number two. Number three, they play beautiful football.
Can I say something?
Number four, they have Luis Enrique as their
Can I
coach.
say something?
Yes, please.
Bodo Glimt defeated Man City.
That's Man
Last game.
City. Man City are not. They are not Man City. Quote me on that. Quote me on it.
And Bodo Glimt
PSG. Eh?
But I'm not saying that
Forget
Newcastle
about
will
Man
win. I'm just saying that anything,
I know
especially when
anything can
everybody
happen,
knows,
but I'm very confident.
especially when everybody knows what's on the line. I think
I'm
that
very confident
9
PSG
p.m.
will win.
today is going to be wild.
Quote me, guys.
Get your
PSG.
phones, your laptops, your TVs, your extra TVs, it's just going to be a fantastic night. And
If you could watch only one game tonight of all those games, which one would it be?
I'm looking at it right now.
it's going to be like mad.
That's the thing that I know is going
Just
to be
one
interesting.
game.
It will have to be either PSG, Newcastle, or Napoli, Chelsea.
For me, that would be 3 games. I agree. PSG, Newcastle.
One game.
Napoli, Chelsea.
One game. One.
Okay.
One.
Don't let me tell. If I don't pick what you picked, maybe Man City, Galatasaray.
Definitely.
Really? Or you,
Yes.
or you just want to was listening?
No, Man City.
It's actually going to be interesting.
Keep in mind,
City
Man
must
City is
win.
not in their perfect form.
True.
City needs
True.
the win.
City must win.
Galatasaray also needs
And Gala
to win
winning,
to stay in the playoffs.
guarantees them.
In the playoffs, they need to win that playoffs. Man City is 11th right now. Them winning that game and people dropping could actually get them into the top 8. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's mad. Everybody's game is,
I know Simen's playing.
Also, take for example Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool is on 15 points.
Yeah.
Karabakh needs this game to stay in the playoffs. If Liverpool loses this game, as much as they're on 15 points, they literally could get bounced.
This is it.
People are on 13 points. All 4 teams just need to do is win their games. They have 16 points. They have bounced Liverpool to the bottom. So it's a very, very. I love what's it called, Champions League, for what they did. I remember we were talking about yesterday. Like, it helps to reduce match fixing. There's nothing you can do. You only know your fate at the end of the game. So it's going to be a beautiful 9 p.m. Anyway, let's move on quickly from that, and let's come back to a bit of gist as a judge has now quit Malami's 2.8 billion assets forfeiture case. Why? And it's really not that much news. I just wanted to put that out there because before people start carrying the news. Because I had seen 1 or 2 people talk about, the judge recused himself. No, he did not. What happens is that the holiday judges, some judges volunteer for holiday and cases are given to them. However, once the holiday period is over, those cases are returned back to the chief judge to reassign. So what the judge just said is just due process is doing, and then the chief judge might decide to return the case back to him. He had already there's already an interim forfeiture that the judge had put on that is on this case already. So now he even saying that it's very possible that the case comes back to him if the chief judge doesn't want to scatter anything or give anybody else any stress, but that until then it's just due process.
I have one word for all of this: sensationalism. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So that's why I really wanted to put it out there to let's clear the air on some of these things. Also, an update from FCT. The minister has now reacted to the court ruling. He basically had a short press briefing where he has now come out to say that number one, the FCT is not owing anybody any salary, but that he's open to conversations, dialogue, but that if he's not going to be blackmailed into doing anything, and that anybody that doesn't come to work will be duly sanctioned.
From the angle of the minister, I look at this, the workers that went on strike before the court said they should go back to work had 14 demands, and 10 had been met. And one of the demands is about your salary, and they're saying that you were paid your December salary, and January never finished now.
Oh, yeah, even in his interview, he had just signed the January salary. So
I am thinking, now my opinion, based on these facts that are available, that this strike is beyond.
Yeah, one of
their demands.
It's
beyond all of
that
their.
They went on about was, Wike must go. Yeah, like how did we get to Wike must go? If you really just want like your own, how did that become one of your demands? But anyway, the FCT minister said that he's not going to be blackmailed into doing anything. He can have conversations, but that after the court has pronounced, anybody that does not come to work, I'm just saying no.
So he
don't like work.
He also talked about how several people had reached out. Now they said that it's not accessible, that he was not, and he said it's not accessible, but all the principal officers were sent to them to have discussions with them. Law enforcement people get involved in all these trade disputes now. All of them got involved, but you all still went on strike, and you're not being owed salaries. You're not being owed salaries, and you still went on strike. There's something wrong somewhere.
Anyway, talking about agitations and all, there's now been a very interesting agitation that is happening. Anambra State and the closure of the main market has brought a lot of interesting conversations. Number one is that the state governor has also now increased that, has abolished the sit-at-home thing on Monday in 12 more markets, and is saying categorically that by next Monday, if those markets too do not open, they are all going to be shut down. In fact, one of the Anambra officials is saying that the governor is getting to a point that your shops are either going to be demolished or they're going to be reassigned, that those shops are meant for the government, and they're saying that every single body must be open next week Monday. So that is one angle to it. However, because of that, there's now been a lot of people that are for and against, and then people now are protesting in Anambra today. It started on Monday. They're protesting, and they've blocked the Onitsha Head Bridge, halting traffic because of what the governor did. The governor, according to the governor is saying he's not backing down, and he will do your worst.
The same story remains for me. The same angle remains for me in this matter. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the IPOB group, and they want the eastern part of Nigeria to self-govern. They want their own country called Biafra. Now, in agitation, they started the sit-at-home. He's been jailed. Every time he was appearing in court, they sit at home. They're calling sit at home, sit at home, sit at home. It now became the culture that Mondays are cancelled completely from the southeastern part of Nigeria. You can't write exams on Mondays in the southeastern part of Nigeria. You can't go to work. Banks don't open. Nobody's going to open on Monday. If you try it,
you can't even move around. Is that bad?
And all of those states have governors. Onitsha in particular has military establishments and all of that. So you start to wonder, like, okay, someone who is not in government is asking people to sit at home, and it's holding. In fact, there was a time when they were insinuating that they were going to bring it down to Lagos, and I laughed when they said that. I said, nah, you really don't know how Lagos works.
Lagos people.
You
Lagos
don't know.
People.
After all said and done, the sit at home is hurting the people who are sitting at home.
Yes.
It's hurting them. They are the ones that are on the losing end. You know, instead of 5 working days or 6 working days, you have 4 or 5. In fact, there are some things that have now been shifted to Saturday.
Just because they don't.
They can't work on Monday.
I agree. Yeah.
Don't make any sense.
It doesn't.
You can still fight for your Biafra. You can still do a whole lot of things, but let people get back to normal life where they can go out on Monday like every normal human being does.
Anyway, we definitely will see this drama unfold in Anambra State. We do not know where it's going to end, but we'll see. We definitely will see. We definitely will continue with it. The trial of Diezani Alison-Madueke, I know we talked about it on Monday, that it was a bit stalled, but now it's commenced in London, and she's officially pled not guilty to bribery charges. We will definitely follow that case. Also, a few things that I wanted to talk about is police have arrested an actress, Angela Okorie. Apparently, she was arrested in Lagos yesterday. She was supposed to be taken to Abuja. There were no planes, according to report. There were no planes, and she's now been taken to Abuja this morning because another actress, Mercy Johnson, reported about an alleged cybercrime case.
There's the cybercrime law now. Fola, have you even looked into that?
No.
But what are your thoughts on this one?
Don't yarn dust on social media.
I'm trying to look at the specifics at
what it is. All right. So while you do that, a friend of mine had a run-in with the governor of his state. He lives in Lagos, but shuttles his home state, Akwa Ibom. Rivers. That governor that used to speak grammar, budget of recompensation and
that's not Rivers.
That's Cross Rivers, right?
Cross River, yes.
Yes, Cross River. So my friend Agba Jaligo is from Cross River State, and when they were going to arrest him from Lagos, you know what they did? They took him by road, from Lagos by road all the way to Cross River. Not like it was like, you know what? I'll buy air tickets for you people arresting me, and me myself. That's him, and the people arresting him. That's what he said. Alayo. And it was cuffed all the way. All the way. That's how these things happen. It's a form of oppression, in a way. However, in her own case, what has she said? Why has she said it? Does she have proof? Will she stand when the matter comes down? What do you gain, in some of these things? You gain that acclaim on social media. People say, oh, wow. And they follow you and like your story. Then after that, it's you and your ears, because
my own is that why
now that ear now they will take pull you.
Why is it even okay to just be?
But again, if it's that, should people be arrested like that? Shouldn't they be invited to court instead? Do you understand? Like, shouldn't they be more of a legal matter than the police going to pick people up and take them from where they are domiciled to where?
So I think that at this point now, I would confirm, but I think that with the new laws, I think cybercrime is no longer a civil matter.
Okay.
I think it's now become criminal.
All right.
Which is why
the police can now arrest them,
including like cyberbullying and
all of that.
Yes,
all
I
of
think
that.
it's now criminal. It's no longer just
even sharing people's images without their permission.
Yes.
A whole lot of things.
I will confirm, but I think that's where the issue is now. It's actually now become a criminal thing.
Watch what you are writing.
Watch what you say. Talking about Nigerian actors, veteran actor Jide Kosoko has now been declared the Oloja elect of Lagos by the King Kosoko royal family. It's interesting that someone as influential as him is that. However, there's now...
Did he take his CV there? How many of them applied?
Can I say also something?
Have the other
applications?
Have the other families confirmed that he's from?
So
is that his real name?
You are not a good person.
I'm just asking.
I know where you are going.
I'm just asking innocent questions.
But you are not a good person. I know where you are going to. You are not a good person. Anyway, you all would think that it's only kingship that people carry to court. Now, there's now been petitions written to the Lagos state government that there is now another Oloja elect that has been picked from that larger family since 2020, and they refused to install.
And you say my questions are not valid.
Now that I say that his own what's it called is not valid. So people
is that man a singer too?
Ruling family.
Sorry, is he an actor? Is he an actor?
Do that. But now I think everybody is now basing on if the Oba of Lagos, who's supposed to officially install him, would go ahead with this installation, or it's going to be another drama. You see,
and I was asking these questions on behalf of the viewers and the listeners.
There's not been an Oloja of Lagos since Bolage.
You see,
2007.
and it's the Kosoko family that produces, the Oloja. So if that is the case, I'm asking, did they all bring their CVs?
Don't do that. Do
And
not
your birth
do that.
certificates.
Don't do that.
Did
You
they
are
write
not a
letter
nice
to say
person.
they are from that family?
Please, we are going.
Okay, Sha, no problem, Sha.
We're going. You're
Alright.
just.
We'll be here.
Of
We'll be
course
here.
you will.
We there.
Bye.
We pin.
So anyway, on that note, that is all we able to take today. On the
We are
bar.
finished.
Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition of the Bombard. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm turning off everybody's on. I did what I did. Bye.